In Kannapolis, what makes Kannapolis and Kannapolis Middle School so special is that when you walk into the building, you immediately feel that strong sense of culture and community. School culture, to me, it is what you see when you walk in a building. It's what you hear when you're walking down hallways. And honestly, it's something that can be felt.
So I think school culture is important in the classroom. Within the four walls, they need to know that they're safe and that they can open themselves up to mistakes, open themselves up to learning without being judged by the people around them.
I think when you talk about school culture, we have to model the behaviors that we want to see among students and staff.
From a professional and from a parental standpoint, when I think about what's most important for students or even my own children, when we send them to school every day, we want them to be in a place where they feel safe, where they feel that they can trust adults, and where they feel motivated to honestly make choices and take ownership of their learning.
Knowing the kids and having those relationships and knowing their learning strategies and what works best for them, I think about when I plan lessons. So knowing the kids that need that extra help and being able to help them.
So in my classroom, to increase student engagement, we use a lot of hands-on activities or activities that relate to their interests. Today, especially with sports being so big as they are now, in our lesson I incorporated LeBron James just so that they can see how physics really is used and how it is important.
So I make sure that I do rigorous assignments, but I allow student partnership, small group work. That way they can feed their answers and their help off of other students.
As students transition through Kannapolis Middle School and they prepare for that next step of going to high school, specifically most of our students filter into A.L. Brown High School. Even more so than being academically prepared, we want to focus on making sure that students are, socially and emotionally prepared for that transition, but also have at some point acquired life skills that will enable them to make positive choices.
I think we are at the forefront of their futures, and it's important that we do everything that we can to make them understand how important their education is, and we model to the students what success looks like.
So to measure success, everyone always thinks test scores, but I don't think that that's the only thing we need to use to measure. In my classroom, success is measured by, did you try? What effort did you give? And were you doing what's best for not just you, but everyone else in the classroom as well?
We want to make sure that our students come to school each and every day where they feel that they have been celebrated, whether that's through a positive note from a classroom teacher, a shout out on the announcements, whether they've seen their picture up on our video messaging board. Regardless of what they're being celebrated for, we want all students to begin and end their day where they feel that they have succeeded and that they feel celebrated.